May 23rd, 2026, episode 635. This is episode 635. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. Shall we? Major drug stash location uncovered near Yankee Stadium.
The pictures on your screen are the illegal drugs stashed inside a 3-bedroom duplex at 69 West 164th Street. Investigators raided the home on the morning of April 30th. Eduardo Ramirez Salinas and Jonathan Franco were found inside and arrested. A further search of the apartment uncovered more than 2 pounds of cocaine, more than 3 pounds of ketamine, marijuana edibles, and even psychedelic mushrooms. More alarming, investigators believe an upstairs bedroom was used by the two men as an office to carry out their drug activity. In that office, $85,000 in cash was found neatly stacked near a money counting machine.
The Bronx. Welcome back. The black single sole leather Timberlands of New York City. Is it ever not the Bronx? I mean, I get it. Who wouldn't want to sell drugs from a stoop with a view of Yankee Stadium? I mean, if you're from the Bronx, that's what you dropped out of school for, right? Chasing the dream. 2 men were arrested and accused of running an alleged drug stash inside an apartment steps from the well-known ballpark, the Special Narcotics Prosecutor's Office said. According to police, over 5 pounds of cocaine, ketamine, and MDMA Molly, along with 30 pounds of psilocybin mushrooms, were seized during a search at 69 West 164th Street on April 30th. Agents and investigators also discovered 100 pounds of marijuana because no drug bust is complete without an inordinate amount of weed and $85,000 in cash. The 2 men accused of running the drug den, Eduardo Ramirez Salinas, 40, and Jonathan Franco, 35, both of the Bronx, were each charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 1st and 3rd degrees. Police said, I got a little time for a sidebar. The last proper Bronx story I had was back in 2023. Someone shot a person, killed them. Typical Bronx. Since his pants were sagging, he tripped down the stairs while running. His gun discharged off the floor and he shot himself in the head, killing himself for a womp womp of a Bronx ending.
Clemencia lives steps from the drug house. She was surprised by the arrests.
Lo encuentro raro.
She says, I find it strange because I see the men and they appear normal. We've never had any problems. While other neighbors aren't shocked by the discovery.
I'm not surprised. It happens a lot around here. Yeah, it's that kind of neighborhood.
You see how that lady was like she didn't see anything? They seem like nice people. That is a great neighbor. She knows exactly who those men were, but that means she minds her business. She sees everything but doesn't say anything. Just a great, vital part of any community. Special Narcotics Prosecutor Bridget G. Brennan said it is alarming to recover tens of thousands of dollars worth of cocaine, ketamine, and other illegal drugs, along with $85,000 cash in a residential neighborhood a few blocks from Yankee Stadium. Is it really that alarming, though? I mean, it's a baseball stadium essentially in the middle of the projects. I promise you, no one that lives in the Bronx is shocked that they found drugs near Yankee Stadium. We will continue to work with the Bronx District Attorney and our partners in the DA's New York Task Force Division to stem the flow of dangerous drugs into our communities.
Detectives say they found more than 5 pounds of illegal drugs and $85,000 in cash. NYPD Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch calling it a dangerous dangerous drug den.
Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. Near Yankee Stadium, you're lucky they can't sell dope from the dugout. Go Yankees. Hell, that area of D.C. near the White House isn't quite sanctified either. So what would make the area by Yankee Stadium so much of a prom princess? How many people do you think brought shrooms from them on their way to the game and tripped their balls off in the stands? Maybe thought a foul ball was an actual person's decapitated head flying at them or something and freaked out. Substitute teacher who was found passed out drunk in middle school pickup line had a .376 BAC and a bottle of Skull vodka in her car.
Police say that Jennifer Jennison showed up to Fort Myers Middle School with a blood alcohol level 4 times the legal limit. That amount of alcohol often leads to alcohol poisoning, according to the Cleveland Clinic.
Lighten up, why don't you? It's middle school. These kids are basically grown. If this was Little House on the Prairie, these kids would be teaching people how to read, they'd be roping buffalo, smoking jerky, and tanning hides. And besides, she's only a substitute. Do you know how bad kids are when the regular teacher isn't in class? Do you remember how bad you were to your substitute teachers? She probably needed a fifth just to take the edge off. A Florida woman, Florida, welcome back, who was working as a substitute teacher at a middle school was allegedly found passed out drunk on school grounds. Jennifer Jennison, 49, that is a rough looking 49. That's not the alcohol. That's from dealing with kids for your whole career. Was arrested on May 14th after police said she was found unresponsive in her car, which was in the pickup line at Fort Myers Middle School in Fort Myers, Florida. Her face looks like a boot-fried steak, according to a booking report reviewed by Law and Crime. A school resource officer was told by a bystander at 2:34 p.m. on May 14th that there was a woman fast asleep behind the wheel of a car that was parked but running while in the pickup line.
Police found Jennifer Jennison in her running car in the school pickup line May 14th, passed out. Earlier in the day, she left for what staff thought was a medical episode. The school resource officer here said she seemed drunk. That officer took Jennison's keys. The district says Jennison came back on campus that afternoon to pick up her car, even though she wasn't allowed at the school. Police say she was the only person in the car with her hand still on the gear shift. They say she was passed out on the driver's side window using a spare set of keys. Police say when she finally woke up and got out of the car, she could barely stand, couldn't finish sobriety tests, and had a bottle of vodka in the passenger seat.
If you've really been following the news with these teachers, you're relieved she only had liquor in her car and not another student. They mentioned an incident at 10 a.m. Well, she wasn't drunk at 10 a.m. She's been drunk since at least 5 a.m. Why not let her finish the day? You take her to the locker room like it's a concussion protocol. Can you teach? How many fingers am I holding up? 20? Close enough. Give her the smelling salts and walk her back to class. The school resource officer approached the silver Subaru Impreza and soon recognized it as a car that was allegedly involved in an incident earlier that day. According to the booking report, the school resource officer was told that Jennison was having a possible medical episode around 10 a.m. She was drunk as a skunk. That was the medical episode. The same morning when the officer found her, he determined that she was intoxicated and took her car keys. Jennison apparently had a spare car key, which she used to start her car that afternoon before she allegedly passed out in the driver's seat. Goodness. The officer parked his car in front of Jennison's to prevent the vehicle from taking off and possibly striking children who were leaving school, then used the previously confiscated key to unlock the car and wake Jennison up.
Police also say she had a blood alcohol content more than 4 times the legal limit after a breathalyzer test. Off camera, parents told me they're worried about how Jennison got hired, especially since she has 2 other DUI charges. The district says she's an employee of a third-party substitute teacher service, Kelly Services. District leaders also say Jennison is restricted from any further assignments or employments with them.
Listen, Listen, everything you need to learn in school, especially middle school, is pretty much taught before recess. How much teaching did you need her to actually do after 10 a.m.? You prop her up like Weekend at Bernie's, make sure the class stays quiet, and let her coast until the last bell. After a few attempts, the officer was apparently able to rouse Jennison, who allegedly showed several signs of intoxication, including slurred speech. So when I had one, maybe two drinks. Now I'm an alcoholic. Inability to balance herself and stumbling. I'm joking just for the sake of entertainment, but I'm happy that someone caught her before she actually drove and hurt someone or hurt herself. According to the booking report, Jennison also spontaneously uttered to officers that she was probably still impaired. Yep, you think? Police said Jennison agreed to participate in a field sobriety test. She knows her alphabets, timetables, and all that backwards and forwards, probably even while blackout drunk. What are you really going to test her with? After which police determined that she was impaired. A breath test was administered, and Jennison allegedly had a blood alcohol content of 0.376, which was 4 times the legal limit in Florida. It's amazing she was even conscious. An open bottle of Skull vodka was allegedly found in Jennison's car. Jennison was read her rights and arrested. Law and Crime reached out to officials at the Fort Myers Middle School to confirm Jensen's current employment status, but did not receive a response. Now, they said Kelly Services. If that's the same Kelly Services up here, then that's like a temp agency or something. Jennison was charged with DUI and booked into the Lee County Jail. She posted $2,500 bond and was released on May 16th. She is scheduled to appear in court on June 1st. Hopefully she isn't drunk when she shows up before the judge. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. Do you think she should still be able to teach as long as she gets the proper help? Fun show, fun show, fun show. The music for this episode is from Iggy Beats. Get your music from Iggy Beats. I'll leave the contact information down there at the bottom. If you're a producer and you would like to have your music featured on an episode of this podcast, reach out to me on any one of my socials. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Find me wherever you listen or watch your favorite podcast. I am there. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Jusqu'à la prochaine fois. The Bronx, the Black Air Force Ones of New York City. Is it ever not the Bronx? I mean, I get it though. Who wouldn't want to sell drugs from a stoop with a view of Yankee Stadium? I mean, if you're from the Bronx, that's what you dropped out of school for, right?